Have you ever tried converting images like this to a video inside Pika Labs? Specifically the new Pika 1.0. Have you also tried transforming videos like this one into another video with various styles in the new Pika 1.0? If you have yet to try, in this video we will discuss how to convert images to live videos and how to use a video as a reference to create similar videos within Pika Labs. Now this video is a continuation of the previous video, which is this one. So I recommend watching this because it serves as a complete guide for beginners explaining all the features and how to generate videos in Pika Labs. You can find the link in the description and in the I button. So let's get started. So the first thing we are going to talk about is converting images to video inside Pika Labs. Essentially, we will use images as reference in Pika Labs and generate a video from it. Now, you can see that I am inside Pika Labs, specifically in my library. Here I have generated many videos using reference images and converting them into videos. I have also generated many videos using videos as a reference. But first, let's focus on how we can convert images to videos. One thing I want to mention before we start, which is quite important, I tried multiple times to generate videos from images on Pika Labs, and I have observed that when you use images to generate videos, especially those depicting static environment with minimal movement, tends to work better. Let me give you an example. Images related to environment scenes like thunderstorm along with the clouds work well. In other examples such as cattle grazing in the field, rain in the forest, falling leaves from trees, and discussions between a group of people, etc. You won't encounter much deformation or distortion in the generated videos. This is because objects in this type of videos have minimal movement. As you can see in the thunderstorm video, it accurately reflects the natural occurrence of thunderstorm and clouds moving from one side to another. And this video was generated using this image as reference. But if you attempt to animate a human or another object with movement, you might experience some deformation. For example, you can observe this video that I generated from an image. Let me show you the image here. You can see this is the image taken from Leonardo AI. It depicts a post-apocalypse wanderer. In the prompt section, I specified post-apocalypse wanderer walking in aesthetic style. I included the exact negative prompt in the Pika Labs that I found in the Leonardo AI, which you can see in the information section of the video. However, despite using negative prompts, you can see that there is a significant deformation in the video, particularly when the character is walking. It appears as if she was moving backward, and there is a lot of deformation in her face, throat, and her body anatomy as the video progresses. So this shows that if you want to generate videos inside Pika Labs using images, then you have to select object with minimal movement and a stable background for effective image to video conversion. Now let me show you how to create videos using images as a reference. So we will generate our first image to video inside Pika Labs. To generate image to video, as I told you, you need an image that will become more stable video with minimal movement. So let's try generating a video in the style of GTA 5 game. For that you need the images of the game GTA 5. You can take a screenshot from the game or use DALL-E 3 to generate the image. I'm going to use DALL-E 3 for that. So I will simply go to the image creator by Bing, which is powered by DALL-E 3, and it's free of course. In the prompt bar of DALL-E 3, I will type busy city of Los Santos, then I will put a comma and I will write video game, and then again I will put a comma and then I will write GTA 5 animation style. Then I will just click on create and the image will be generated. I have to put the same prompt in the Pika Labs. So once the image is generated, we will download that. Let's wait for some moment. So now as you can see, the images are generated. Let's open them one by one. Here is our first image and you can see it has the exact GTA 5 style. Let's move on to another image. Yeah, this one is also good. And yeah, this one absolutely. As I told you, the city should be busy. You can see this city completely busy here. So let's try with this one. We will download this one. Now after downloading, simply go to Pika Labs. After going to Pika Labs, we will paste the prompt here in the prompt bar. After pasting the prompt here, now you have to select the image that you have downloaded. So I will click on image or video. Then I will select the image that I have just downloaded. Then I will click on open and you can see that it will use this image as a reference. Next, you have to go to the parameter section and you can see the negative prompts here. So you have to put some of the negative prompts here. I'm going to put all these keywords. For example, you can see distorted, oversaturated, blurry, deformed, bad structure. So these are the negative prompts that we are going to use. Then we have to go to the motion control. In the motion control, we will use rotation here. Along with the rotation, we will also select downward tilt. In the image, you can see that there was a turning in the road. So the rotation motion will give us an awesome view. The view will be like, you were shooting with a drone. And then we have the strength of the motion control, right? We can keep up to 1. Also, you can adjust that. After that, we will just click on generate button. We have to wait for some moment. Finally, you can see that the video is generated. If I view it in full screen, you will notice that there is a slight distortion as the camera was moving downward. There is nothing below and the rest of the part was generated by Pika Labs. And you can see this white border because the image ends here. We need to address this issue by making some changes to the motion control, we have to choose another motion control instead of downward tilt, and also we have to expand the canvas because the video is in the square format, so we must convert it to a 16:9 landscape format. Overall the video is good, but it's my mistake for selecting the downward tilt. This time I will use the left pan, or I'll just keep it without any tilt. Going without tilt would be better. So since this video was not generated properly, meaning it is distorted, we will delete this one first. Once it is deleted, I will retry to generate the video again. In the parameters, I will check the negative prompts. Now we can see the negative prompts are still there. Then I'll go to the motion control and turn off the downward tilt. I will keep the rotation selected and I will select the zooming in. You have to experiment in this way with different motion control to find what works best. Then I will click the generate button and try generating the video again. Now you can see that the video is generated. If I view it in full screen, you can see that the video looks quite good. However, there is a problem. You can see total mass in the road with cars crashing together. It seems like they are hitting one another, and you can also observe that there seems smoggy in the end of the video, right? Okay, like it seems like the city is full of smoke or fog. Anyhow, now we will expand the canvas and see how it looks. To expand the canvas here, I will simply click on edit. As you can see, after clicking on edit, you will see in the prompt bar an option to expand canvas. Just click on expand canvas. After clicking on expand canvas, you will notice that it's a square video. We'll convert it into a 16:9 video, which is a landscape video. So I will select this. Now we need to check if the negative prompts are there. You can see that the negative prompts are present. Unfortunately, we don't have the options to control the video motion. We can only expand the canvas. Now I'll click on the generate button. This will automatically generate the remaining part of the landscape video. Now as you can see, the video has been generated. If we make it in full screen, you can see that the canvas has been expanded and it's look really awesome. However, it seems like some part are missing from the videos. However, it looks good now. Now let's try to expand this video and see how it works. Currently it's only 3 seconds video. Let's add 4 more seconds to make it bit longer, up to 7 seconds, and see that if it still get deformed or distorted. So I will click on add 4 seconds here, and then you can see that we have that in the prompt bar. Now we have to check the negative prompts again. You can see that there is no negative prompts. Now you have to copy the negative prompts by clicking in this generated video I button. You can get all the negative prompts. Just copy the negative prompts from there and come back to the parameters again and go to the negative prompts and paste all the keywords here. After pasting the keywords, I will go to the motion control, and from there I will select zoom in. I won't choose any other camera control options. Then I will keep the strength of motion only at 1. Then I will just hit generate button and see how it generates. Now you can see that finally the video is generated. If I expand it to full screen, you can observe that as the video progresses, it seems like the entire city becoming filled with smoke or kind of a fog. Everything appears to be vanishing as the video progresses up to 7 seconds. Let's see if we can make it a little bit clearer by upscaling. I will just click on upscale here. Now if we move down the screen, you can see that I have chosen the scroll view from the grid view. It was initially in grid view and I have converted it to the scroll view. After the video get upscaled, this will be our last step, representing the final result of the video after completing all the necessary steps. If you find that video is not generated properly, you can click on retry to create a better version. As I explained in my previous video, you can watch the previous video by clicking on the I button for more details on how to try and improve the video quality. Now you can see that the video has been generated. If I view it on full screen, you can observe that the video quality is quite good. There is a slight change in the quality, but smog effect is still present in the video. You can retry the process multiple times to achieve better results. Let's try an example that is a bit complicated. I'm again going to use image generated by DALL-E 3. Here is on the Bing image creator, you can see an image of a spacecraft traveling in space near a black hole in Pixar style. I'll copy the prompt from here, and I already have downloaded the image. Now let's paste the prompt into the Pika Labs. Now we have our prompt. Next we need the reference image. I will click on the options image or video, then select image from the download section. I'll simply upload the image. Now you can see that we have our reference image here. Next what we have to do here is use a little bit of motion control. If you don't know what motion control is, I explained in my previous video, so you should learn that. We are going to use motion control. In the image you can see that spacecraft traveling towards the black hole. So if you use a rotation here, we will get an amazing circular panoramic view of the black hole and the spacecraft. We are not going to use any pan or tilt. We are simply going to use a rotate view. The camera view will rotate anti-clockwise, going from right to left. We'll also choose this zoom out option because in the image you can see the camera is close to the black hole. We'll zoom out. So I'll select zoom out, which will give us a really cool view. The combination of these two motion controls is really going to create an awesome video. Now you can also increase the strength of motion. If you take the control of the motion up to the motion of the camera view, it will be bit faster, and if you increase it further, then the camera motion will be more faster. Then in the parameters, input all the negative prompts, for example distorted, oversaturated, blurry, deform and bad structure. If there are any other things needed, we can add them, keeping the remaining settings the same, and then we can click on the generate icon, or you can just simply hit enter. The video generation process will begin, and we will wait for the moment until the video is generated. So as you can see, the video is generated, and in the expanded view we can see this is the exact video that I wanted. We applied zoom out with rotation and it's working. You can see that the video is in the square format, so we need to expand the canvas and make it a landscape video. To make it 16:9, I will just click edit here. Now in the prompt bar you can see including the video, from all the options like similarly previously you have done, I'll just click on expand canvas. Now you have many options to expand canvas in any format, like portrait if you want to make this video YouTube short, but here we will select 16:9, which is a landscape video. Now we'll check the parameters to make sure if we are applying the negative prompts. Then I'll click on generate icon again. Now as you can see, the video has started generating, and this will take some time as usual. Finally you can see that the video is generated. If you view it in full screen, you can appreciate how it looks. It literally looks beautiful, including the expanded parts that were not in the original image but were created by Pika Labs. Now let's extend it to another 4 seconds and observe how consistent it remains. I will click on add 4 seconds here. After adding, ensure that the negative prompts remain the same, because consistency in the video depends on that. You need to select the negative prompts from the previous video by clicking on the I button, then copy them. After copying, go to the parameters and paste them in the negative prompt section. You have to again control the motion here. Use the same motion control to ensure consistency, otherwise the video may not remain consistent. We will use anti-clockwise rotation and zoom out to maintain consistency. After selecting them, I will hit enter to generate the video. Now you can see that the video has been generated. It looks impressive. I have also created an upscale version, and let me show you that. The upscale version video looks exceptionally good with minimal deformation, but it seems like spacecraft is not moving. It's really impressive how well this video is generated just from a single image. Now let me share some additional example with you. These are not necessarily the best ones, but they showcase different video style. For example, this video depicting like cattle grazing in the field in the National Geographic style was created using like image you can see on your screen. You can observe that there is a slight deformation in the image, especially in the face of the cattle, but it does not affect much. The video animation style is truly impressive. I also created one depicting rain in the forest, but it does not look as appealing. Now let's focus on another video where friends gather around a bonfire with nearby tent, creating a cozy night scene. So this one looks better with friends smiling. Although there is a slight deformation in their faces, it is because their faces were already deformed in the image itself, as the image was generated using DALL-E 3. On the left and on the right of the video, you can notice two women and head of a man. These elements were not actually present in the original image, but Pika Labs generated them. This is truly one of the remarkable capabilities of Pika Labs. You can also see the smooth depiction of the fire. The video was generated so well because of the stable environment as I mentioned. Next, I would like to show you an example of a zebra walking, generated in the style of National Geographic. Here is an image of the zebra that I used. In the generated video, it appears that zebra starts off well but gradually becomes injured. It happened because of the complex motion of the zebra's four legs and body. So there is a lot of deformation in the video. I told you in the beginning that it's very hard to generate video if you choose an object from an image that has complex motion. As you can see, I have used negative prompts, but we did not get the desired outcome. So I think we are getting such a deformation because Pika Labs is still in its initial phases of development and needs more time to evolve. Now let's proceed to the next part, how to generate a video from another video inside Pika Labs. I have attempted to generate several videos inside Pika Labs, but most of them did not turn out well. However, I managed to generate some, and the first one I want to share is related to Spider-Man. Let me show you that. So this is the video that was generated. Let me show you in the full screen. It was basically generated from an original video clip, and this is the original video clip that you can see on your screen. However, the generated video got completely deformed after 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, the Spider-Man is completely transformed to a deformed character. You can see that everything was normal till the Spider-Man jumped. You can observe that how the shape is completely deformed when the Spider-Man was landing. This is not something that what I expected. But I have figured out somehow how to generate videos properly from another video, and I will explain how to do that. Now let me show you some other examples. The second example that you can see is the avatar, which represent a navy resembling Jack Sully riding an Ikran-like creature soaring in the Pandora sky in Avatar style animation. I tried to generate this scene in a video, but the result was not appealing. You can see that there are issues with the color. In the original video, the skin color of the avatar was blue, but here it is green, and the face is also deformed, and it does not match to the original Jack Sully. The surroundings were also distorted. I tried again to generate the video. I added negative prompts before generating this video, but still it did not work. The generated person does not resemble Jack Sully or any avatar and is completely deformed. The skin color was controlled because of the negative prompts. If I click on the eye button, you can see the bright green color I used as a keyword, and now it is blocked from using the green color. There is another video that I tried to generate using a clip from the Loki series. Let me show you that. This was the original video, and you can see that Loki walking to the temporal loom. I generated this video to mimic the movements from the original Loki series video, but we could not meet the result. It is because there is no prompt here. Then I figured out that to generate a video from another video, you need a proper prompt. If the video is, for example, 5 seconds long, you have to explain step by step what's happening in the video to generate accurately. Let me show you an example of how I generated one of the best videos from here. If I move up, you can see this is the video I generated. If I make it full screen, you can see that I explained a long prompt here. Somehow it turned out similar to the original video. You can compare it to the original video, and it has the Studio Ghibli style. You can see that there are some similarities, but there are differences too. For example, in the original video, the clouds were white, but in the generated video, they appears green. But there is still a bit of similarity to the original scenario. Let me show you another video. This one, Avengers landing, Marvel Studios style animation. But it's not exactly in the Marvel Studio style. It's really challenging to explain how to generate this kind of animation properly. If you don't provide a clear step-by-step explanation of what is happening in the video, it can mess up and Pika Labs won't understand how to generate it accurately. As I showed you in the previous video, explaining the scenario step by step is very important. If you want to generate any video successfully, you need to follow these 2 steps very carefully. First, ensure that your video has only one scene without cuts or shifts between the scenes. If there is a continuous scene changes, it will create problems. The second step is to write long prompt explaining the scene. After completing the first step, let me show you the second step, which is getting a long prompt. Now let me show you how to get long prompt to generate the video. You have to choose a video clip where there is no scene change. Take for example this video from the Loki series. We'll take this scene because there is no scene change. I already have taken the screenshot, okay, and you can see it on the screen. Next, you have to come to Bing Chat. Simply go to bing.com and click on chat. After opening Bing Chat, you can click on the add image icon. Then you can upload your image or paste it, if you have copied. I will simply paste the image here. Now in the prompt bar, I will write describe this image or describe what's going on this image. Then I'll just hit enter and it will provide you with the text generation. You can use this description to create a long prompt and use it in the Pika Labs. Now you can see that we have the description of the image. It mentions a person walking amidst smoke or fog illuminated by lights from below. We have to replace the person with Loki, and then we have to again replace the person with Loki. Like we have to write Loki appears to be wearing coat flowing due to the motion or wind. The setting is outdoors with a thick layer of the smoke and fog enveloping the area. Light installed on the ground eliminate the smoke, creating a mystical atmosphere. There is no clear indication of the location due to the obscured view of the smoke. So this is how we will create our prompt. We will simply copy this description. After copying it, I will go to the Pika Labs. I will first paste the prompt, then I will edit it. I will remove the word the image depicts and replace the word the person with Loki. At the end of the prompt, I will write the style of the video. I will simply write Marvel Studio style animation. After writing this, I will select the video clip that we will use as a reference. After selecting the video, I will click on generate button. The video will start generating. We'll see how it looks now. It should work better because we have given a reference video and a detailed prompt. In the previous version, we did not have any prompt or explanation. We did not specify it was in the style of Marvel Studios animation. This time with the long prompt, let's see how it generates. If it works, it's good. Otherwise, we may need to try generating another video. Now, as you can see, the video is generated. It's not exactly what we wanted. The atmosphere is somewhat similar. In the original video, we have seen the effect of radiation inside the temporal loom. You can also see like almost the similar effect here, but still there are some deformations in the hands and in the body of Loki and in the face. We put negative prompts, but they did not work. Anyhow, let's observe how it goes if we extend the video. Let's extend this one and add 4 more seconds to see how it progresses. I just click on the add 4 second and you can see that in the prompt bar that 4 seconds are added. Now I'll just click on generate and extend the video. As you can see, the video is generated, and if we view it in full screen, it looks funny, right? Initially Loki seems to struggle, but later he worked so smoothly. The surrounding completely changed. It does not look like the Loki is inside temporal loom, but I can say that this video is better than my previous trials. Now let's try another video using Pixar style. I will take the screenshot and proceed similarly. This will be the last video for our showcase. Let's get started. Now on the screen you can see that video clip from the Pixar movie Lightyear. It depicts a spacecraft landing on the runway, rolling out gradually and deaccelerating and then coming to a stop. There is no scene change in the clip, which is a suitable clip to use as a reference for generating similar video in the Pixar style using Pika Labs. We have understood the scene, so I won't use Bing Chat for this. Instead, I will write the prompt directly in Pika Labs. I already have the prompt, so I'll paste it here, which is like the prompt goes something like that. Okay, spacecraft resembling a futuristic airplane lands on the ground, continues its rollout, gradually deaccelerates and eventually stops. After writing the prompt, I will add a Pixar style animation at the end. I will select the video clip from the file manager and upload it. I have to also include negative prompts in the parameters section, so I will just put all the negative prompts. After that, I will hit enter or click on the generate icon. Now we have to wait for it to get generated. So finally, you can see that the video is generated and it looks really good. The video is almost similar to the original one, exactly what we wanted. This is the benefit of putting just one scene, writing a prompt. Now let's add another 4 seconds and see how it goes. We will use a similar negative prompts and then I will just click on generate. Now you can see that the video is generated. If I view it in full screen, you can observe that after 5 seconds, it seems like the spacecraft wanted to fly. So this is the final and the upscale version of the video. And that's all for today. If you like the video and find it helpful or value in it, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. If you want more videos on Pika Labs, let me know in the comment section.